Yo, what's up guys, I'm Rock19. Today we're back on our Destiny 2 video. In this video, I'm going to show you guys the new weekly reset, as well as something really cool that you should definitely jump in immediately as soon as you're done with this video. And just in general, the whole weekly reset. It's a little bit disappointing, but it also comes with an amazing perk for everyone. Well, kind of everyone, except for people who own the Witch Queen Dungeon Key, which... When I say that, I mean, if you have the Witch Queen Dungeon Key, then this might not be a very good advantage for you, but for people who don't have it, like me, who did not get it, the one I got was the Lightfall Dungeon Key for the Ghost of the Deep drip, also the Navigator, which you can actually get from the Ritual Initiation quest. I don't think you can still get it anymore. I think you can, and that's good. But without further ado, let's actually get into it. So, first things first, we're going to be looking at the featured stuff as well as the Rite of the Nine dungeon for today, or at least this week. This week, we've got Ghost of the Deep, and at first we had SPIRE, and now we have Ghost of the Deep. So now, you can actually get some of the Ghost of the Deep stuff, as well as, I think, the armor for it. I'm not sure, but yeah. And yeah, you can actually get some pretty cool stuff from this. I actually have the Ghost of the Deep dungeon, like for real. I have the dungeon key. As I said in the video, you need a Lightfall dungeon key for it. And that brings us to our featured dungeons, as well as our featured raid. We have Ghost of the Deep, ironically, as the featured dungeon. And also Crota's End raid, meaning... this week, you're actually able to get Necrochasm, which is a pretty good auto rifle. I don't have it, though. I'm trying to get it currently. But it's very hard to get because I won't spoil too much of it, but you have to repeatedly go into Ghost of the Deep, and it's kind of annoying. That's all I'm going to say. But all you have to do to get the quest for it, because there is a quest, you have to just complete the raid. It doesn't matter if you don't complete all the encounters. All you have to do is just complete the raid, and that's it. Then there you go. You go to the sword, and you can get the quest from it. So, sadly, that's pretty much the only featured content we've had. Like we have so far. We only have the Ghost of the Deep, so you can get the Navigator. Or, like I said earlier on in the video, you're able to get the Navigator through a secret quest. Well, not really secret, but a quest called Ritual Initiation. You should have it by now if you just log into D2 before the end of Rite of the Nine, which is in 2 months, I believe. But, yeah, so, I do think you can still get Vex Mythoclast. I think you can get it all the time, but I did get it last week, and it wasn't featured. And it's not even featured today. However, I think you can still get it because I got it and last week and it was not featured. Also, you're able to get the Dead Messenger grenade launcher, which I've heard, I don't have it, so I would not know this, but I've heard it's good for ad clear. I kind of like it because it has that perk that switches its element, which is also good in some scenarios. But, yeah. So now that brings us to the Eververse store for today, or this week. We've got the Rising Stars dance, which is a multiplayer. And to be honest, it kind of reminds me of Miku. Even though I have kind of no idea who Miku is. I know what she looks like. I've heard her voice. Apparently she's like a singer. But I failed to understand or even perceive where she's from or just any details about her in general. All I know is that she's a singer, a virtual singer, and has made multiple songs. I do not like Miku, by the way. I do not. I truly don't. I also don't like Doki Doki. I have no idea what that is, but it's a game, apparently. We have the most huggable emote. We have the Hot Rod set, which includes the Crimson Rocket vehicle, which is like a motorcycle, kind of. It's not actually a motorcycle, it's a Sparrow, but it looks like it, definitely. We have the Diesel Maximal ship, the modded shell, which looks kind of cool, if I'm being honest here. We have the final dictum ornament for Ergosum, which I did make a video on, like a month ago. And that also brings me to my apology. I have not uploaded in quite a few weeks, and I'm very sorry for that. That's just because recently I've been playing Fortnite. And I actually forgot to tell you guys that I was playing Fortnite. I've been playing Fortnite for a while, as you know. In my first video, I mentioned that I've been recording, like making videos for a while, and I just didn't upload them until I made my channel. So I have quite a few of those on my PlayStation. I have a lot of them, actually. I could upload one right now. I have a lot of old videos. But yeah, enough of Fortnite. But I have been playing it for quite some time, and that didn't give me enough time for D2. So we have a really cool looking ornament for Ergosum, which in my opinion, Ergosum is a really, really cool sword. And definitely keep watch for any time you get Art Conductor on it, or what's that perk called? Gotta find it. But it's that one that shoots like wolf rockets at your enemies. We have the Raven Silk shader, which is a kind of Norse mythology looking one, in my opinion. The heat shielded shader, which reminds me of Braytech for some reason, from that one lost sector on Europa. We have the Capsule Gang entrance. Oh, and by the way, if anyone here sees any of these and is like, oh my god, that's so rare, that hasn't been sold in a while, I would not know. And if I do say something's rare, that's because I know. If I don't, like if I just say something casually, like it's no big deal, that's because I'm not really an Eververse stalker. I legit only use Eververse to, like, you know, buy stuff, as all people should. But I don't know what's rare, what's not. I just buy, okay? So I would not know if anything here is rare. I only know from my experiences. I'm told by other YouTubers. And speaking of YouTubers, I do want to give a shout out to someone called a Wilhelm Scream. He uses an all-white shader. I think it's either Bitter Pearl, Gambit Pearl, I think it's called, or Shatter White. But shout out to Wilhelm Scream, because he's one of my favorite YouTubers. If you're watching this, Wilhelm Scream, I love your videos, and yeah, I don't think I can subscribe, unfortunately. I do want to explain why. That's because my YouTube account, I think it's extremely old, and I'm still subscribed to people from when I was a kid, so it will take a while to unsubscribe to them. And I wanna, what's it called, keep track of who I'm subscribed to, like the important people, and not some silly people who make brain rot. And fortunately enough, Wilhelm Scream does not make brain rot. He is a cool YouTuber who makes D2 content. So anyways, back to the video. We have the Bushwhacker shell, which looks like a soldier, in my opinion. We have the Simon Says emote, which in my opinion is actually really cool. I've only seen this sold once. I don't know if it's rare or not, but I do really like this emote. Because, you know, obviously it has, like, effects. It's your ghost, you know. It's just, in general, I like this emote. It's a pretty cool one. It's also a kind of funny one as well. And then we have 2 Vex-themed transmat effects, which, by the way, if you didn't know, Vex are my favorite combatant type in D2. Like, I'm currently trying to make a map in Fortnite dedicated to the Vex network. I'm making a new Vex node, like hidden in the Vex network, so they don't know it exists, but I do. And the only thing I'm really going to use it for is just to like either test things or just make some really cool stuff in general. And yes, I will publish it if I get the chance to. And sadly, I don't think like the only way if you do want to play it is by adding me on Fortnite, because for me to make a creator and actually make it like publish it and you guys can play it without me, I need 10,000 subscribers. Yeah, I'm not joking. I tried to do it with my dad, like I think 2 years ago. It did not work. It told us it legit told us that I need a YouTube account with 10,000 subscribers, and then it would let us do it. Since my dad, he's not a YouTuber. He only posts like videos about his family, like us, which I don't think I should be saying that on YouTube, but still. He has like 5 subscribers. I have 35 somehow. Oh, by the way, speaking of that, I would like if we could get to 50. So, yeah. Also, please subscribe, because if we can get to 10,000 subscribers, that'd actually be awesome. And I do also want to thank everyone who watches my videos as well. So anyways, back to the video. I keep getting off track. We have the Vex Gate rival specifically. This is what it looks like. We have the Vex Incursion entrance. And also the Ghost Purple Transmap, which is the one I'm currently using. The Tome Projection. Looks pretty cool. We have the Fatal Howl ornament for Dead Messenger, which, funny enough, you can actually get Dead Messenger right now, as I mentioned earlier on in the video. We have the Ostracon vehicle. I'm saying it correctly. It looks like a Vanguard vehicle in my opinion. We have the Steel Skyship, which is a dragon-themed one with the teeth, you know. We got the Egregore shell. It looks like. We have the Smooth Dance. The group photo, which I really want this emote. And for those, like, for your information, last time they had the Incorporeal Cat emote, which has not been sold. I repeat, has not been sold since Echoes, I think. If I'm wrong, then it was last sold during Season of the Wish. So that was your last chance to get it. And I did not, because I was broke. I was legit trying to get Bright Dust, but I could not in time. And I just ended up getting the Sanguis shader, which was sold. But yeah, I really want this emote mainly because, you know, it's a friendly emote. Just in general, it's good for when you complete a dungeon or raid. You can just do this with your friends. Or once you complete Vault of Glass, you just emo on Atheon, take a picture with them. But yeah, also I forgot to tell you guys, the Festival of the Lost ornaments for both Hunter, Warlock, and Titan are here. So this is like a little flashback. We have the Uncanny Conjurer mask for Hunter, and some other stuff for Warlock and Titan. We have, it's sold for Bright Dust, which if you have this much, you are legitimately so rich. And also it's sold for 1,500 silver. If you have this much Bright Dust, then I commend you for that. But also, what is wrong with you at the same time? That's really all I can say if you have this much Bright Dust. Because you're either a grinder, or you legit just do seasonal challenges for a living, and you get that much Bright Dust. Or you're just saving up from like last season, like Season of the Wish or something like that. Probably since last year. But this is what it looks like. Got the boots. And it's supposed to be a witch, I'm pretty sure, if not a wizard. Which makes sense, it is a Halloween-themed outfit. And if I'm being honest here, I don't really like the cape very much. It looks cool from the back, but it looks like it's supposed to be like either a witch or like a wizard. I don't like witches because I don't think I told you guys this, but I'm Christian. And I don't celebrate any holidays, like my own birthday. I don't celebrate Halloween. Yeah. So I do like Halloween. But yeah. These are the grips. And also, I do want to say this, the mask looks pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Mainly because I think it would shade well with the Shade Gleam shader. Or Super Black, if you have it. Which, it was legit sold 2 times. During Festival of the Lost as the final reward for completing all the challenges. And also, during Into the Light, if you complete all the challenges there. So it was sold 2 times and I didn't get it. That's because you might not think I have an excuse, what I do. So I didn't play much during Into the Light. That's because, again, I was on Fortnite or other games. And then Festival of the Lost, I just couldn't do all the challenges very quickly. I did most of them, though. I do want to get credit for that. Oh my god, the video is 16 minutes long. I'm gonna make this quick. I don't want it to be like too long like my other one. So now what I want us to talk about. Let's make this quick. If you go over to the tower, I might not be the only one who sees this, but if you go to Ikora, you're actually able to essentially get the Spire of the Watcher dungeon for free. And no, I do want to clarify, I am not a hacker, I'm not a modder. I wanted to code one time, but I ended up not doing it because, you know, that was like a year ago or something, a few years ago actually. And I even have a clip of me just saying, "Hello, Bungie." I'll play it now. So, now that you've seen the clip, that actually, like, I don't know what Bungie's doing. But apparently, we're getting Spire for free. So all you have to do to get the... What's it called? All you have to do to get Spire for completely free, you don't even need the dungeon key, because as I said earlier in the video, I said this won't be a very good week for people who have the Witch Queen dungeon key. By the way, for context, you need a dungeon key to play Spire. And this is a huge opportunity. Why? Because you can get all the weapons, like the actual like vanilla weapons, not right the 9 weapons, from the dungeon. You can get Hierarchy of Needs. You can get all the armor from it, which is even better. Why? Because these armor pieces actually look good. Like, for example, the Hunter Cloak Ornament from it. So we go to armor, go to endgame, we go to the 3rd page, Team Earth Custom Suit. If we look at this, this has a hat, and it just in general looks really cool. Shaders, yep. You can actually put shaders on it, and it looks amazing. So, once you're here, you just want to take the path I go, or you can go through the annex, which is kind of the same way. Go through here, which I'm pretty sure you guys should already know where Ikora is, considering you're watching the video, and that means you played D2. But if you are a newbie, please click off, because I don't want to spoil anything for you. So, if you go to Ikora, I might not be the only one who sees this, but there's actually a bug where you can't technically have the quest. So if you acquire the quest, it's just gonna stay there. But if you do talk to Ikora, you for some reason just you get it, but you can't claim it. I don't know if that's a bug, but yeah. Oh, and I do want to say, this is not forever. You have 1 week to do this, I think. I might be wrong, but yeah, I think you have like an entire week to try and get the drip from Spire. So, yeah. You sadly, though, I do want to know, you do not get access to Duality. So the Duality dungeon, you need the Witch Queen dungeon key for that as well. You do not get Duality. like, as you can see, I'm clicking on it, I'm clicking on it, I'm clicking on it. I do not have the dungeon key. And it says here, if you hover above this, it says dungeon key access persists beyond temporary free access periods. And according to my trashy brain of understanding, this means that you have a temporary time limit to use the dungeon key. But it only works for Spire. And that's actually good because I don't think Duality actually has good stuff. I've never really seen its entire loot pool, but I'm pretty sure it's got some doo-doo stuff. If I'm being honest here. For those who actually like Duality, though, I'm very sorry, but that's just my own opinion. But, yeah. This is a huge opportunity, like I said. And I also made another video before, but I made this one because, you know, I wanted to improve it. As you can see, I'm literally clicking on Duality. I cannot play it. Whereas if I go to Cyberpunk Southern World, Mars, I can play Spire instead. And yes, you can get Hierarchy of Needs. So yeah, this week is kind of crazy. Not only can you get Dead Messenger and entire orange, you can probably get Vex Mythoclast, which is another good weapon that I'm using, which is also my favorite. You're able to get Necrotism. You're able to get the Navigator for free, by the way. The Galahorn Catalyst from the Ritual Initiation quest, along with the Navigator. I think I already said that. But you can also get Hierarchy of Needs that was from Spire, from the quest, completely for free. So all you have to do, I think you can still do the quest, but basically all you have to do is, you should already have it in your thing. You don't pick it up from anyone. You just check your quest, and you might have a quest called Ritual Initiation. It'll say you have to complete either the Rite of the Nine Spire of the Watcher, which this is not the actual Spire of the Watcher that it tells you to do. The dungeon, the one you have to do is this one, the Rite of the Nine one. You go to Eternity. It should either be here, here, or here. This is Goes to the Deep. This is Spire, and this is Prophecy. So it's going to be either one of these. You have to complete either Prophecy, Spire, or Goes to the Deep. And I would recommend doing this on Explorer difficulty, and guess what? Wait for it. You don't... Okay, so... I'll explain it in simple terms for those simple-minded people. You don't pick up the Ritual Initiation quest from anyone. It's automatically given to you for some reason. I think this was only last week, but if you do, like, have the quest, then it's going to tell you to do either Rite of the Nine, Ghost of the Deep, Rite of the Nine Prophecy, Rite of the Nine, or Rite of the Nine Spire. So you have to complete this dungeon on any difficulty, and you'll ascend to the next step. So, once you have the, once you have the quest and you complete the Rite of the Nine dungeon, you're able to get one of 3 weapons for yourselves. So I had to re-record this section, but again, you don't claim the quest from anyone. It's going to tell you to do either Rite of the Nine Spire of the Watcher, Rite of the Nine Ghost of the Deep, or Rite of the Nine Prophecy. You want to complete this dungeon on any difficulty, meaning you can do this on Explorer mode, which, by the way, Explorer mode literally gives you less enemies, less quality enemies, meaning they don't do as much damage, they have less health. And I think on Ultimatum mode, there's Banes. They don't have Banes. However, on Explorer mode, you will not be able to get any loot other than some of the Rite of the Nine weapons from the encounters. However, if you complete this with the quest, you'll be able to go to the Rite of the Nine area, and you're actually able to acquire either the Galahorn Catalyst, which I know is crazy, the Navigator, which you can only get when Ghost of the Deep is featured, with like a very low % chance of getting it when you complete it. Hierarchy of Needs, which is the same thing but for Spire, the actual Spire, not Rite of the Nine Spire. And you have to do this quick, because we have 1 week to do this. So this is a huge opportunity, boys and girls. So, in conclusion, you're able to get the Navigator for free or by the dungeon. hierarchy of needs for free or by the dungeon. Actually, no, you're able to get hierarchy of needs only through the ritual initiation quest. You're able to get the Galahorn catalyst either from the dungeon or from the what's it called? The ritual initiation quest. And you can also get an ornament and the actual thing itself, the Dead Messenger grenade launcher, which you're able to switch elements between it, so I think it's good. And also I've heard it's great for ad clear. You're able to get everything from the Spire the Watcher dungeon itself, because you're actually able to only do that one for this week, by the way. So if you do want to get anything from the dungeon, now's the time to do, because we have only 1 week to do this. They might do this again in the future, but I highly doubt it. Or at least for the next few years. Maybe they'll do it again. It depends. But that's pretty much all I have for this video. Thank you for watching. I do also want to say that I'm aiming for 50 subscribers, so if you would subscribe, that would be great. And even a tiny like goes a long way for me. It just makes my world a better place. Thank you for 200 views on my first video. And also, if I do hit 50 subscribers, I'm going to make a 50 subscriber special. And whatever the top comment of this video says, the one with the most likes, I'll do one thing. I don't know what I'll do, but it honestly depends. I also want to say, if you've ever heard of the rhythm game Friday Night Funkin', I do also plan to make a channel solely based on that, with me just doing FNF mods that you guys tell me to do. And yes, I will be doing Dave and Bambi mods as well. I will be doing Stratum Crisis, Hortus Edition, Manny Edition, and most of the other ones, such as Definitive, the actual one. I'll show you guys all the secrets for most of them that I know, and the actual game. Yeah, I'll be doing a bunch of mods. I'll have another channel soon, hopefully, solely based on that. However, for me to do that, I need a computer, and the computer I use for school, because I don't actually have a computer. And so, surprise, surprise, I also have school, like most other YouTubers probably. If not, those YouTubers most likely are like grown men. But yeah, I do have school. I do need to do online school. But yeah, and by the way, I think a lot of YouTubers have their like schedules for uploading videos. My schedule is usually after like 2 o'clock in the morning. Then I start making videos. If I want to, it really depends. But it's not guaranteed, alright? It's just if I feel like it. Now, a lot of YouTubers are going to say it's guaranteed, like they'll make a video. But come on, man, think about it. It's hard to know if you're gonna make a video, because you need to like have a subject on the video. It has to have something. Like this video is about the weekly reset. You have to have a subject. You can't just make a video and then have no purpose for it. But yeah. Also, I do want to know one more thing before I end the video out. My first video had a subject about secrets in the tower, like places you could go. I'm going to make another video soon about that, like regarding it. And just a spoiler, it's going to contain even more secrets of the tower. So you guys know how I showed you some secret rooms and stuff like that, more secrets in the tower, the traveler ball and all that. Yeah, well, apparently there's more, and I'm really excited for it, because I think I'm one of the few people who know about it. If you did find it, let me know. But it includes a room where you lag so hard. Yeah. And also, oh yeah, I forgot what I was going to say. But anyways, that's all I have for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys in the next one. Please get me to 50 subscribers. And oh yeah, one more thing. I know I'm stalling y'all a lot, but just listen to me real quick. I saw on my first video, somehow I had 200 views on it. 200 views. Thank you guys so much for 200 views on my video. Like, I really appreciate it. And if we can get 200 views on that one video, then we can get 200 subscribers on my channel. So if you can make that guys happen, that would be amazing. So without further ado, I don't really have anything else. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much. Please like the video. Please subscribe. That's all I beg of you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.